There is a man in boxing who doesn't hurt you.
Down goes Gamboa!
He erases you. 5 feet, 5.5 inches. 135 pounds of controlled violence. Built in the gyms of Baltimore. And every time the bell rings, Gervonta Davis does not announce his punches. He delivers them like judgments. Without warning. Without mercy. Without apology. These are the 8 knockouts that turned a kid from the corners of Baltimore into the most feared puncher alive. And number 8 starts right now. To understand why Tank Davis knocks people out the way he does, you first have to understand where he came from. Baltimore, Maryland, not a boxing city by tradition, not a city with academies and coaching lineages passed down through generations, a city with corners. And Gervonta Davis spent his formative years on those corners, watching life happen with an urgency most people never experience. Floyd Mayweather's promotion gave him a platform, but the power? That came from somewhere deeper, from survival instinct sharpened into athletic genius, from a body that generates torque in ways biomechanists barely explain, from hands that do not punch so much as they detonate. He is not the biggest fighter at his weight, not the tallest, not the most decorated amateur. He is simply the most dangerous. And we are about to prove it, knockout by knockout. Liam Walsh is the European champion, unbeaten at home, slick, durable, the kind of fighter who has never been stopped because his defense simply doesn't allow it. Tank dismantles him in 3 rounds. A precise combination in the 3rd, left hook, right hand, and Walsh crumbles against the ropes. The referee waves it off.
But Davis knows he's hurting, and he's going looking for him now, and he's trying to finish it here, and he puts him the power of Davis, and Walsh just couldn't live with it.
23 years old, Gervonta Davis is a world champion for the first time. But here's what matters. It isn't the knockout that sends the message. It's the ease of it. Walsh was considered difficult. Tank made him look ordinary. That is not a warning to the division. That is a declaration. Hugo Ruiz steps in as a late replacement. He likely believes the late notice works in his favor. Tank won't be sharp, won't be fully prepared.
Left hand splitting the guard of Ruiz. There's a combo down.
He is catastrophically wrong. 64 seconds, 1 round. A straight right hand lands flush, and Ruiz is disconnected from time, from place, from consciousness, before his body has finished falling. Their weight division. No warm-up, no hesitation. Tank didn't arrive to box that night, he arrived to collect. Yuriorkis Gamboa is a former 2-division world champion. Legitimate power, iron chin. A man who has survived adversity that would have broken lesser fighters. He has never been stopped. He has never quit. What you don't know, what nobody knows until after the fight, is that Gamboa is competing on a broken foot for 11 of the 12 rounds. And Tank still can't put him away until the 12th. That detail tells you 2 things simultaneously. It tells you how indestructible Gamboa is, and it tells you what kind of engine Tank Davis is running on. That in round 12, when most fighters are thinking survival, Tank accelerates. A right hand drops Gamboa, the referee steps in, and the legend is finally, mercifully, finished. He came in broken. Tank made it count anyway. Mario Barrios is a legitimate world champion at 140 pounds, a division Tank has never competed in. The conventional wisdom says that moving up in weight will cost him, that the power won't travel. The conventional wisdom has never met Gervonta Davis. Top 3 now. These aren't just highlights, these are the moments that built the myth. And if you're still here, drop a comment with your favorite Tank Davis moment right now. Let's keep going. Rolando Romero walks in with the loudest voice in boxing. He guarantees a first-round knockout. He screams it at press conferences. He performs it on social media. Every camera in the building knows his face because he has made absolutely certain of it. The man who screamed the loudest heard silence the fastest. That is the covenant of the boxing ring. Every word you speak in front of cameras eventually meets the truth of the canvas. Jose Pedraza is the WBA lightweight champion, technically masterful, disciplined, the kind of fighter who doesn't lose by knockout because his defense and ring IQ simply don't allow clean shots to land. That belief holds for 9 rounds. In the 9th, Tank finds the opening that didn't exist for the previous 27 minutes. A right hand through the guard, perfectly timed, perfectly placed. Pedraza goes down. He rises on compromised legs. The referee makes the call. 3 divisions, 3 world titles, and not a single one handed to him. Tank Davis hunted them down, round by round, opponent by opponent, until they had nowhere left to hide. Ryan Garcia, undefeated, electric, a superstar with 150 million social media followers and the fastest hands at 136 pounds. 2 of the most popular young boxers in the world. The entire sport is watching. This is not just a fight, it is a moment. 7 rounds of chess, 2 brilliant fighters finding each other's rhythms, reading each other's tells, and knockout sends a message that echoes beyond boxing. The most watched young fighter in the sport just met the most dangerous, and dangerous won. Halloween night, October 31st, 2020. Leo Santa Cruz is a 4-division world champion, a warrior with a heart the size of the arena, a face that has absorbed punishment from the best of a generation without ever crumbling. He has never been knocked out. He has never been stopped. He has survived everything the sport has thrown at him. Until the 6th round. It does not look like a finishing punch when it leaves Tank's hand. Santa Cruz drops his elbow a fraction of an inch, a detail visible only in slow motion. Tank senses it in the microseconds before the punch exists. A left hook to the liver, and Santa Cruz does not fall. He crumbles. His legs go first, then his body folds sideways, and he sinks to the canvas with the expression of a man whose nerve endings have simply staged a revolt. This is the defining image of Gervonta Davis's career, not because the opponent was the most feared, not because the stakes were the highest, but because it happened in the space between heartbeats, to a man who had survived everything the sport could produce, and it looked effortless. Like the ending was always written, like Tank simply arrived to collect what already belonged to him. That is not a knockout, that is a coronation. Gervonta Davis is still only in his late 20s. The story isn't over. Across these 8 fights is any preview of what comes next. The division should be afraid. If you're serious about your training, check the affiliate links below for the best boxing gloves, heavy bags, and speed bags on Amazon. Everything a student of the sport needs. Drop a comment. Which Tank Davis knockout is your number 1? Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.